Hello children, welcome to the science class. Children, today we will discuss about chapter 2, components of food. So dear children, open your book and see page number 14. Children, in this chapter we will discuss about the components of food, their sources and significance for human health, a balanced diet, deficiency diseases. Okay. So first of all, we discuss about components of food. Okay. The food that we eat consists of different components. These are called nutrients. Nutrients are several types. They are, in fact, chemical substance present in food which provide energy and materials needed by the body. 7 components are present in food. These are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber and water. Okay. So these are main components of our food. Certain types of food contain only one nutrient. For example, sugar. Sugar has only carbohydrate. Other types of food may be rich in one particular nutrient but may contain other nutrients as well. For example, meat is a rich source of protein, but it also contains fats, vitamins and minerals. Then comes to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are energy giving compound. The bulk of our food consists of carbohydrates. The two types of carbohydrates are sugar and starch. Foods rich in carbohydrates are potato, bread, table sugar, honey, rice, wheat, jaggery, milk and fruit like mango, banana and papaya. Okay. So these are the sources of carbohydrates. Children, here one activity is given. Means through this activity we should know the presence of starch in the food. So the aim is to test the presence of starch in the food item. Materials required: food item to be tested, slice of bread or potato, then dilute iodine solution, a small dish, a dropper. So these are the requirements we need. Then procedure: take a small quantity of the food item, slices of potato or bread in a small dish. Put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution on the food item because we require iodine solution to check or to experiment the activity. Observation: observe what happens to the food item. Is there any color change? You will see that a blue-black color develops when the iodine solution is applied. So, that blue-black color indicates that the presence of starch. In this way, we can experiment. Okay. Then, fats. Fats are also energy giving compounds, but they give much more energy than carbohydrates. Foods rich in fats include milk products such as butter, ghee and cheese, meat, vegetable oils such as groundnut oil and coconut oil, dry fruits like cashew nut and almond. So these are the sources of fats. Children, so carbohydrates and fats both are energy giving compound. Here also one experiment is given, or activity 2.2 you can see. Aim is to test for the presence of fat in a food item. Here materials required: a small amount of food item, butter or a drop of oil, a piece of white paper. Then procedure: rub a small amount of butter or put a drop of oil on a piece of white paper. Allow the paper to dry for some time. Then observation. Now observe the paper in front of a source of light. The portion of the paper with the food item becomes oily and translucent. So fat is present here. Okay. No oily mark will be left if fat is not present. So through this experiment we can observe the fat presence in the food item. Then proteins. Okay. Food rich in proteins are often called bodybuilding foods. So proteins are, children, known as bodybuilding foods. Proteins are required by the body for growth and repair of body tissues, to regulate body functions, to protect the body from infections. Like carbohydrates and fats, proteins can also provide energy. Proteins can be obtained from the plant sources as well as animal sources. So first we see proteins from plant sources. Pulses like soybean, peas, green gram and to a lesser extent cereals like wheat and corn, or you can say maize, are protein sources. These are plant sources. Then proteins from animal sources. Milk, eggs, paneer, cheese, fish and meat are sources of proteins. These are animal sources. Okay children. Then here also one experiment is given. Here we experiment for the presence of protein in the food item. Okay. So materials required: food item to be tested: raw egg white or besan, copper sulfate solution, sodium hydroxide or caustic soda. Sodium hydroxide, children, also known as caustic soda. Solution, sodium hydroxide solution, then water, test tube, a dropper. These are the materials we required for this experiment. Then procedure: take the food item in a test tube. If it is a solid item, first make a paste of it and add some water, 5 to 10 drops, to it. Shake the test tube well. Add 2 to 3 drops of copper sulfate solution and then 10 to 12 drops of sodium hydroxide or caustic soda. Solution to the test tube. Okay. Then shake will allow it to stand for a few minutes as shown in figure 2.6. Okay, here you can see. Then observe. Observation. The color of the solution changes to purple violet. Okay. So, protein is present in the food item. This purple or violet color indicates that protein is present in the food item. Okay, children. So, now we discuss what? First, 7 components of food. These are carbohydrate, fats, minerals, water, proteins, vitamins, fiber. Okay, like this you remember. Then carbohydrates, the sources of carbohydrates. Then this experiment also you practice. Fats, sources of fats, and this experiment you practice. Then protein. Protein, sources of protein, both plant and animal. Children, you remember. And this experiment. So 3 experiments are there. You should learn. Okay. And sources of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. These are the homework. Today for this much. Thank you.